Welcome back to another episode of The Guys of Texas, the final home game of the season. Texas taking on number 3 in the nation, Texas A&M Aggies. They are officially in town. It's been a hot minute since they've been in town. We do have a special guest before we introduce our special guest. Make sure you go to laststandhats.com. Guess what? You don't even need a promo code right now. If you go to laststandhats.com right now, all their hats are $20. Laststandhats.com, go get you a hat. They're $20. I highly recommend it. We appreciate them being a sponsor of the show. That lasts until Sunday. You don't need a promo code. Laststandhats.com, $20 hats, lasts until Sunday. Go get your hats now. We appreciate you guys joining the chat. We are only live on TikTok right now. We're going to record. We're going to put it up on YouTube for you guys later on. But we are live now. Want to introduce our special guest, the man who has been in the chat for a few weeks now, Mr. Jordan Green. Thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. Happy that the rivalry game is back, and I get to hang out with you guys for a little bit, too.
That's right. And we'll talk a little bit about the game here in a little bit. First, we're just going to shoot the breeze, talk about kind of what's been going on in college football. We'll talk a little bit about the rivalry, and then we'll get to the game later on. If you are joining in the chat, I see Dad Jake. That's an Aggie. I remember him. Hoping for a great game today. Gig'em, what's up, man? Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate it. I see Errol in the chat. What's up, man? Lots of Aggies joining in here. If you are Aggies in the chat, I would like to know your 1 to 10, how confident you feel right now. Go ahead and put that in the chat. Also, go ahead and put in your score predictions. We'll get to you guys throughout the podcast today in the chat. 999 says, hoping for an Aggies win, but good luck, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it. All right. So first I want to talk about what you guys were just talking about. I watched an interview today with Lane Kiffin before the game. Lane said that his manager, the equipment manager, decided he was going to put secret cameras up in the locker room because they were worried about their equipment in the locker room. And sure enough, around midnight last night, they got a call. Mississippi State was told what was happening. They're going in there stealing stuff out of Mississippi's locker room. Mississippi State said, we'll handle it. And then at 3 o'clock, apparently, is when that video that was shown happened. 3 o'clock, they just went in and started stealing jerseys. So,
I mean, if you're not locking your stuff, I mean, what's going to happen?
I mean, it's not your stadium either. So how are you going to lock it?
Okay.
Fire codes, okay? All right, we're all in construction here. We've got fire codes. But as far as rivalry goes, I feel like Texas A&M has a healthy rivalry. I did see, hand up, saw the video of a kid pissing on the A&M truck last night, allegedly. Apparently there's video evidence of that. We don't condone that. That's a little absurd. But yeah, there is rivalries. So what is the top rivalry between all of college football? What do you guys think is the biggest rivalry across college football? I think there's only one real answer here. But having someone break into your locker room, the opposing team break into your locker room and stealing your jerseys and stuff out of there is crazy.
I'm obviously going to be biased with it, but I'm going to go Texas OU.
Okay.
I think.
So you still think that is a bigger rivalry than Texas A&M?
Personally, I do.
Okay. I think you may feel a little different after being in the stadium tonight. I was able to go to College Station last year. Boy, they hate us.
Oh, no.
They hate us. I'll tell you. Now, I understand what you're saying, and we'll get to you, Jordan, here in just a second. But I do feel like that is right now, because of the long time span that we spent, and Texas has the only win in the last 16 years now. That is, it's a one-sided rivalry at this point. But that's because we haven't played.
Did you say damn? I thought that was like the Kevin Hart. Damn.
Damn. Okay, so Texas OU.
I feel so the Texas OU, I'll give them the nod that I think it's the best rivalry experience, the divided stadium and everything, but actual hate rivalry, I think I'd probably say Alabama-Auburn.
Okay.
I know everybody likes to bump their chests, say that Michigan, Ohio State is the best rivalry, but I think there's a lot more hatred between Alabama and Auburn. like deep hatred. That'd be my answer.
That's like deep South hatred.
Yeah.
Like that stuff, like you don't know half the stuff that happens because it's all in the backwoods. But yeah. All right, so Jordan, what do you got? Biggest rivalry in college
Seth,
football?
You mentioned it, but I think it's Ohio State, Michigan.
Really?
I mean, those
Oh.
guys hate each other.
Yep.
I know personally some Ohio State grads and fans. I mean, just the fact that they won't even say Michigan. They won't even spell it. Like 375 days, 65 days out of the year, they will not spell out the word Michigan. I think that is the premier matchup, and especially when you look at the balance between the two teams. Just in recent years, Ohio State had a run of dominance, but Michigan has taken some ground back. So, I mean, Texas OU is a really good matchup because I feel like there's a lot of back and forth, but I think that's a little bit more localized to the South than Ohio State, Michigan.
Yeah.
So my thing is with Texas OU, if Texas and OU played at each other's sites, that would be
that's something that really
deadly.
disappoints me. Like we will never experience like going into Gaylord Field
I don't know if
or having them here.
either fan base could. I don't know if I would travel to OU to go to that game. I think there's very limited. Like LSU is a very like.
I wouldn't.
I don't know if I'd wear my colors. Like going to OU, that's going to be a tough thing for me to do and going in full
I'd
burn
do it.
orange.
I lived in Oklahoma for a couple of years. I would do it in a heartbeat.
Number one, that's disgusting. I didn't know that about you. That's disgusting, dude. Okay. Number two.
That's what made me such a big Longhorn fan, was living there and listening to those people.
I really do think that you hit the nail on the head. The fact that it's not played on the campuses is just such a mark on that rivalry that doesn't let it be and develop into what it should be as like one of the marquee rivalry.
Even if you let them play at night. Now, the State Fair will never allow that because the amount of drunkenness that would happen at the State Fair, it would be absurd.
The kids can't see it.
No. Yeah, dude. But, yeah, if you had it at night, that would make a little bit. So
making progress. We got 2:30 this year.
That's right. So going back to what I think is the biggest rivalry, and this will probably be the one thing that we'll agree on today, would be the Michigan-Ohio State game. I do think that's the biggest rivalry. When you have state senators trying to get in the mix and make it a felony to plant a flag in the middle of the field, the hatred that runs through that is like you got to cry. It's like 2020 was the last time, technically. So I watched Big Ev and Dave go at it, saying who had the win for 2020 because apparently Michigan forfeited because they couldn't travel because of COVID and all that. So Ohio State's claiming that victory, but you could basically got to go back to 2019 for a real victory for Ohio State. So right now, for the last 5 years now, Michigan has just absolutely owned Ohio State. I am interested to see what happens tomorrow because if Michigan happens to go up 7-0, Dave's right. Like, Ohio State fans are freaking out.
Yeah.
Like, they're going into this thinking, like, Big Ev is pounding his chest, like 0%. Like, there's no way we're going to lose that game. Bro, you can't do that after last year.
Right.
Like,
all hell
last
would
year's
break loose.
team, I think, is...
I mean, that's been the question that I've had going into that game is Ohio State hasn't been tested since, I mean, I can say that we tested them. I mean, it was a closer game, but like their whole season has been a bunch of nothing games. And how prepared are they to go in and actually get hit in the face this game? So if Michigan jumps out to an early lead, I'm really interested in what happens in that game.
Was the forecast still for snow? It's for snow, right?
Oh, is
Last
it?
I heard,
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to play right into Michigan's hands.
Yep,
Oh, for
that
sure.
is.
I mean, they're going to slow the game down. They're going to run the ball. That's going to neutralize Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. So, I mean, it's a recipe for upset for Ohio State.
Oh, man.
And when you look at like you said, they have not been tested. Not to say that they don't have the talent, but when you play week in, week out, and you don't have to bring your A game,
Right.
You
Right.
don't have to be sharp. You know you're going to be able to out-athlete and out-talent the other rosters that you're playing. There's just something to be said about that they're not getting that.
Yeah, especially with Sand as well. Young kid that's kind of coasted this season and had a great season, but adversity is going to strike in this game. How is he going to respond to a Michigan team that's obviously going to be up for this game incredibly amount on defense?
Dude,
so
I don't know if Big Ev can handle another loss.
Dude, he may have to just retire at that point. Like, you're not going to be able to face Dave, and he's making Dave say, I'm going to stay here for the whole game. But if Michigan ends up winning that game, that's going to be crazy. All right, I do want to get to the chat right now because the chat is going a little crazy. So, number one, I'm really disappointed. I see Stars fan in here says go. I'm going to say go Stars go. He does say Giga Maggies. That's a little disappointing for me. User 435074 says A&M fan here. 34-28 UT win. That can't be real.
Okay.
It does say that. I know you probably don't believe me, but it does say that. So Errol's in here saying Bama, Auburn for sure. The hate is so real down there. Also said there's no pro teams in Alabama, so they live and breathe college football. That is correct. And the one person that I have seen in here that I haven't seen since the last time I think it was before Georgia. I see Austin in here. Austin, welcome. Austin believes that Texas Tech would beat Texas 60-0. Colorado would beat Texas 100-0. Austin is the most absurd person that I have ever heard in my life. But Austin is a part of the chat, and we appreciate you being here.
Hey, so he's a full-time hater.
That's right, full-time hater. I still don't know what actual team he roots for.
It's that guy?
It's that guy. Yes,
okay.
Yeah, it's that guy. Yes, Austin. Austin has been known in the chat now, so we do appreciate you being here, Austin. So, Austin, I haven't seen your score here yet. I see 30-20 A&M, 33-30 from Reed.
Why
Marcel
is Tim always
game-winning
on his
drive.
phone when comments come in from Austin?
Yeah, dude, Austin. I mean, I don't know. UT Rio Grande Valley fan, A&M winning 42-30. I believe they call that in College Station. They call that TU Grand Valley. I believe that's how they spell that. And then Dad Jake in here, 31-28. Tommy Boy, 28-21. A&M. A lot of A&M people in here. I'm an Ohio State fan, but good luck.
Dude, I will say, y'all are strong on social media.
Yes. The Aggies.
Y'all come flooding in.
Yeah, I mean,
dude.
I mean, we took Mark Stoops' job away from him.
the Aggies are on such a high right now, and I think that's what everyone is focused on this game, because at the end of the day, A&M feels like they're supposed to win this game, and I guess this would be a good segue to kind of talk about this, and we can still interject in random stories throughout. But as far as this game at hand, A&M, the last time they went 12-0 was in 1998, I believe.
92.
92, okay? So there's a lot riding on that. Texas has one 12-0 season. A&M has one 12-0 season. Texas has a whole lot of spoilers happening right now. And the one question that a lot of people aren't talking about, and forgive me because this is a podcast, so I'm going to start stirring a little bit up, but it's all in good fun, I promise. But A&M has played Notre Dame, and what other big team?
Yeah.
I feel like there's one other team that was a Mizzou, I guess. Yeah, Mizzou.
Good.
But as far as your confidence level right now going into this game, do you feel like, talking about Ohio State, where they don't have really a resume that they've really played, the same thing, in my opinion, goes to A&M. What's the confidence level of having that same mindset of they don't necessarily have to play they had to play their A game in the second half of South Carolina, but how do you feel like your team, as far as Marcel Reed and everybody go into this game, how do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'll be honest to say that I haven't watched a lot of Ohio State games. I don't know those Big Ten rosters, but I feel like when you look at a Rutgers, how many guys do they have on the squad that are going to the league?
Correct.
But when you look at the Norris Sellers could still be a first-round draft pick.
Correct.
Dylan Stewart's going to have his name called on day one. So even though A&M has played the bottom half, quote-unquote, quote,
correct,
it has been the bottom half of the SEC. Arkansas has played pretty much every team to within one possession. And so I think there have been tests. It's not like we could just pull up and roll out any game that we wanted to and been able to just walk over people. I mean, Missouri played Alabama to within one possession. Missouri's a really good defense. They've got the number one running back in the country. So, we definitely have had a weak schedule, but that's not something that, as an A&M fan, that I'm ashamed of. I'm glad we've had a weak schedule. It's allowed us to come into the end of the season at 11-0. And I think we've had enough adversity to where I don't feel like we haven't been tested. I think we're in a good spot.
So I don't like that connotation of you've played the bottom seven, and I see Errol's comment in here, and that was the direction I was going to go anyways. When you guys are playing these teams, I hate this, like, oh, well, at the time they were ranked, but now they're not. It's like you can't do that because at the time there's a reason they're ranked that way. Like OU, Mizzou, all these guys. Like when Texas played OU, like they were at what number 6 at that time, and then we dropped them out, and so everyone does that every year. Like, oh well, what are they ranked now? Like, no, these are current ranked opponents. Well, when they lose, they're going to drop.
Yeah.
So I don't like that connotation necessarily, but there is something to be said about who you guys have played. But even with Texas though. Like Texas played OU, we've played Georgia,
Vandy.
and Vandy. Those are really the 3, in my opinion. We played Ohio State, obviously, but even that game, like it's the beginning of the year. Like you're coming out of like a preseason. Like that's one thing I don't like about college football is there's no game to get you ready, and that's why I don't like Texas playing that first game as we're going to come in and play number 1 versus number 2. It just doesn't work out. You're not going to get a sample. You'll get a small sample size. But you're not going to know really who these players are at that time. So but I don't like the whole connotation of that. So I think A&M has done well. I think your defense has progressed a little bit more because at the beginning of the season, I remember your defense was just like, oh, what are we doing? The one point, and I'll let you guys get to it. You said Arkansas always plays someone in one possession. That is false because last game that did not happen. Okay, I'll continue on. You guys go ahead.
I think A&M has every right to be proud of the season they had for sure. I mean,
For sure.
you faced everybody you had in front of you and pulled it off. I know that Notre Dame game was still one of the best games of the season. That was an extremely fun game to watch, but it's going to be interesting to see today, man. It's like obviously these two teams are going to be up for this game, and this is going to be a real tell sign for A&M as a team. I feel like if they can come into DKR and get a win going into the SEC championship, man, I can't imagine the confidence that's going to give, Aggie and Aggie fans. So this is a huge game as far as confidence, I feel like, for the Aggies because you let Texas come in and beat you here, you're going to have those question marks in the back of your head. Maybe you don't even get to the SEC championship, and then, you're sitting there going into the playoffs with some question marks. So this is a big game. Texas has an opportunity to play spoiler just like A&M had that opportunity last year when we went into Kyle. So this is going to be fun, man.
Yeah. I'm really excited about it. It is wild, like we said, the bottom half of the SEC, but if you look at the schedule, it's wild to have realized that this is the bottom of the SEC right now.
Yeah, it shouldn't be, right?
Teams like Auburn, LSU,
Correct.
and all these people, that is the bottom of the SEC, which is just tells you, like, I've been saying it for a couple weeks now. This offseason is going to be wild. The coaching turnover within the SEC is wild. The transfer portal is going to be wild because these teams being the bottom of the barrel right now is insane. But yeah, they've been the benefits of, you would not have guessed that they would have, this would be considered a favorable schedule. But looking at it now, they've been the benefit of a really good schedule, and I don't know, I'm really excited to see what they're made of coming into this game. They've gotten a lot of accolades for like how Howell's playing. Marcel Reed's played a lot better than he played last year. And I think it's going to be a really good matchup. I think it's going to be fun to see, especially like individual matchups. Like you look at the stat lines from Arch Manning versus Reed, very similar. You got Howell and Simmons, very similar in their profiles and what they've done this season. So there's a lot of cool matchups to see who can really be the top dog in this game. So
Yeah,
fun.
I forgot about the LSU one. I mean, Nussmeier was a Heisman favorite at that point.
Yeah, for sure.
And that guy's just falling off the face of the earth. I mean, look at all the Heisman favorites at the beginning of the season versus now. Now, Arch, I feel like, has stepped into where he needs to be for next year. I think Arch is exactly where we thought he would be as far as this podcast goes. Like, Arch we thought would do well, but even in the back of my mind, you can go back and look at our first podcast of this season. We're talking about, like, hey, we need to see a little bit from Arch before we even make, because we saw the way he played against Mississippi State last year. A couple times he was holding the ball a lot, and he started doing that at the beginning of the season, but again, he's transitioned so well into where he is now. Next year is going to be awesome. For all you haters in there, I know you're going to say he's transferring, all this trash. He ain't going nowhere, okay? The one thing as far as – so we'll start with A&M, and then we'll kind of move over to the Texas side of it. But as far as A&M wise, what do you think is going to be the key for A&M to win this football game for the A&M side of the football?
So A&M is a really versatile team. I think there's a lot of different ways that we could win the game. I think Marcel Reed could throw 2 interceptions and have a bad day, and we still could win because we get the run game going. I think the defense could pick us up. I think Cassius Howell could cause some turnovers. The one point where I'm really scared is our secondary. So our secondary has been good. It's been much improved. But if a guy like Des Ricks, if his name is not called, that's good for us. If no one is talking about Des Ricks or Will Lee, then that's great for A&M. So I'm afraid of Texas making some big plays and burning us in the secondary. I think that's the key for us, is just keeping everything in front and not having any explosive plays given up by our secondary.
Yeah, I feel like that's one of the key points that I had thought to this game is y'all play a lot of man compared to zone coverage, and it's just going to be a real tell of who's got the better man on the field.
Yeah.
We've had all kinds of questions about our receiving core. Are they good enough? Are they physical enough? And playing y'all's defense today is really going to be the telltale sign of who's got the advantage there. But yeah.
I mean, we leave our corners on islands. I mean, all the time, because we trust our pass rush to get home, and we trust them to do enough to let them get there and not get burned. So we're going to see how it plays out today.
I mean, as far as you did say turnovers, and I feel like that's something that A&M, and we talked about it on Monday, but turnovers has been the struggle, that you guys haven't been able to create turnovers. And, you know, there was people in the chat talking about Cassius Clay in here just gonna create all this. I know it's not his actual name, but he's gonna be creating all these turnovers and everything. It's like that hasn't really happened. He does have the sacks. I think he's got 1.5 over Colin Simmons, but I think that's gonna be a good defensive battle there. That is the one thing as far as A&M, in my opinion, is that defensive line is gonna have to create havoc for Arch, because that's the only way you're really gonna be able to keep that secondary problem that you're talking about. Is the only way you're going to keep that out. And so I think that's the only way you'll really balance that. But as far as me worried about, you've got Moss is more than likely not going to play.
He's out.
Is it
He's
officially?
confirmed out.
Okay.
Yep.
So you've got what? You've got
Owens, Morrow,
and
E.J. Smith.
Yeah. Ole Emmett's son.
Yep. I was just scrolling Twitter for an update, and people are saying Anthony Hill's out.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's fact, but that's what they're saying.
Well, we'll have to. That's a hard one, and I do. That's the thing as far as flipping over to the other side of the football for Texas. That's going to be a big key, is Hill being out. There's going to be some guys. I mean, Cade Phillips is going to have to step up, and that's someone who's
Anthony Smith out in the first half.
Yeah, and that was a big hit with the unsportsmanlike or the targeting, which.
Iffy. I stand by it.
Hey, if we're going to talk about iffy targeting, I might have to throw the clock back 13 years.
Whoa! Okay. As far as targeting goes, dude, I watched the Cowboys documentary finally, the one on Netflix.
Yeah.
Bro, watching that football being played, just the highlights of it, like my body hurt. It's like, dude, I was calling so many penalties just watching the highlights. It's like, there's no going back to that football, but I didn't even realize that Aikman just had no recollection of that NFC Championship game, because he just got knocked so hard that it was like, I don't remember at all. I had to watch it on TV the next day. Like, the football that the guys used to play is absurd to what it is now. And it's funny to see, like, the physicality. You know, Kirby talks about his physicality and all that. The physicality that was back then is nothing compared to
Well, it's like
what
anytime you watch those, like, hardest hit highlights, it's always the grainiest coverage ever, because nothing is modern day hits.
Yeah, I think back then, like, physicality was the key, right? But now it's all about speed. And I do feel like that's why you see so many injuries now, is because of the pace of the play. I feel like it's so much quicker. Back then, you had to be gritty, you had to be tough. Now you can get away with just being a speedster, you know?
Yep.
And that's what you're seeing with a lot of these guys. But the faster the game goes, those hits are going to take.
Little frames can excel now.
Being
Xavier Worthy out there.
Being a fantasy manager has been tough this year with the amount of injuries in play this year. It's been ridiculous.
Yeah. I think the physicality still really comes into play in the trenches. And a lot of that's unseen because these guys aren't moving at high speeds.
Yeah.
It's not like big collisions. I mean, it is relatively, but they're just not moving as quickly.
Sure.
And so it doesn't really show up on the film, but I think that's where the game is still very physical and played the way that it used to be 20 years ago, versus at the skill positions. They've really had to dial down on the physicality for player safety reasons.
Sure.
What's your thoughts on revelry not being allowed in the football game?
I mean, I would love her to be here.
Huh?
Can you say that name again?
I'm not going to do it again.
Reveille.
Oh, there it is.
I would love for Rem to be here. I think it's a petty thing, but I get it. I mean, it's a rivalry game. Logistically, I think that she could be here. There's no reason why she couldn't.
I just don't think there's enough room on the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, a 40-pound dog, where are you going to fit her, you know?
Oh, how the turntables turn. Let me go into Kyle Field.
Errol in here said, revelry? Look, dude, you think I care about that damn dog? No, I don't. I don't give a damn about that dog.
Don't
all right?
speak down on Queen. That's the only way we'll start.
I'm just saying, Bevo wasn't allowed at A&M last year, and then you guys wanted to make fun of us for saying Bevo should have been at the SEC championship, and now because your dog's not going to be in the home stadium of the Texas Longhorns, now we're going to boo a cry fest on Twitter. Now, that's on Twitter. That's not you guys. But at the same time, no. Put that dog on a leash.
I think Rev should be there. That's my official position. I get it's a rivalry game.
Should Bevo have been there last year?
Logistically, he can't be there.
See,
right?
Logistically, we can figure it out. You guys are literally Aggies. Agriculture is what you guys do. We can figure out a pen, all right, for him in the stadium. So no, absolutely not. Like, the one thing you're known for is agriculture, and that's what we're going to have to figure out how to do. We can create our own little section of the stadium. We'll donate the money for you guys, not me. The University of Texas will donate a pen.
The guys of Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still hurting from paying Jimbo's buyout.
Yeah,
we
no
can't be
joke.
financing a crate for Bevo.
You know, I did notice that transition with Aggie fans. Like, up until we joined the SEC, all they wanted to talk about, and I'm not talking about you, this is a generic, is the money. Texas A&M has more money. Texas A&M has more money, and then NIL starts coming around. All of a sudden, Texas starts jumping over, and we're not able to talk about that anymore.
I think A&M can bankroll with anyone in the country.
Oh, I agree, but I do think worst case scenario, you can get Elon Musk in here, and then it's all done. It's finished.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Del Conte to make that connection
I know.
with Elon.
Tesla Stadium.
I mean, Texas has the brand, and that's where they generate a lot of their revenue. So if you look at like the revenue dollars just from like merch sales and ticket sales and TV deals and all that, that's where Texas is going to excel because they were really dominant in the early 2000s when they started to monetize college football and get all the TV deals and everything in there. So anything on paper like is always going to favor Texas.
Right.
But when you look at the boosters, and this is not what's publicized, that A&M has and the
Correct.
oil money that they have and the relationships that they have overseas, that you can't really quantify that.
Talking about that Saudi money?
Yep, that's Saudi
Which
money.
it is true, but that statement has not been made in the last 2 years.
A&M or terrorists. That's what he was saying.
Okay, boys. Let's.
We've got like what 7 Medal of Honors at A&M.
All right, in your fake army. Sorry, that was. God, that
7
came out.
Medal of Honors.
It slipped out. All
I don't know
right.
that you get that from being fake.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Errol in here. I heard it was SEC decision. Yeah, they hate us too. Have you seen these refs? All right. Number one, I see Joe Honky in here gives Bun horns down. No, you leave her alone, Joe. Don't talk to her like that. Lots of Gigums in here. Texas Tech owns both. Says me.
Okay. All right. That's something we
Get
can
real,
agree
dude.
on.
Get real, dude. All right, go have yourself another tortilla. Texas Tech's little brothers. Says me. Brother man, you've been sucking in the dust in Lubbock a little too long, all right? So I'm going to need you to just take it back a little bit. Your game, you play today? It's tomorrow? Like, I don't even know who you're playing. So you just go and enjoy yourself. Be glad that OU and Texas left your little conference so you'd actually be able to look decent, okay? You'll go to the first round of the playoffs, and you'll get slaughtered, okay?
One good season.
Yep, you have one decent season. That's where we're at.
Talk about gold
You
money.
ran away. We didn't run from you. We don't care about you. No one's ever cared about you. You think that ass whooping you got the last time we played was for real? Yeah, I do. Thank you. College Station is better than Austin any day. Gig 'em.
Okay.
I mean,
I haven't been there to test it.
if we're talking
So-
city to city right now, are we talking like atmosphere? That's a very
What are you
big.
talking about? Game day atmosphere
Yeah.
or like living there? Because you're.
If we're
Why?
talking about living, so this is coming from somewhere who's lived both places. I loved A&M.
Yep.
I loved the campus. I loved my time there. I was ready to get out of College Station. I'm a city kid. I grew up in Dallas. I'm from the streets. I was ready to get up out of College
from the
Station.
street. How many A&M players come back after retiring and live in College Station? That's your test right
That's
there.
that's
your
a,
test
that's a
right
good one. Yeah.
Is Alex Caruso living in College? Alex Caruso is born and raised in College Station. Went to A&M Consolidated High School. You're not getting him out of LA. I mean, like,
Exactly.
I mean, let's call it what it is. I mean, it's a college town. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
College Station. Like it's a great town if you're going to game day experience and all that. Outside of that, yeah, no thanks. That's going to be a hard pass.
I mean, we talked about that with like Athens and Tuscaloosa. It's like, dude, you take the University of Texas out of Austin, Austin's still going to be Austin.
Yeah.
But if you take, Alabama out of Tuscaloosa, A&M out of College Station, it's like that is what it is.
Yeah.
That's everything
That's what it
revolves around that university.
I mean, if we're talking about college experiences, on-campus game day experiences, I put A&M up there with anyone in the country. But if we're talking about cities, it's not A&M. College Station is not even a city; it's
Right.
a town.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I got to get to
comparison.
this one. Sorry, let me scroll back up. Let me see if I can scroll back up because there's one clown in here. Bradley Moore says the real UT is Tennessee. Bradley, we're coming for that ass next year. We'll be there live, and we're taking that name back. All right, Battle of the UT. We're making shirts. We're going to be at the game. Don't worry. You guys take care of business today. That's all we need you to do. Go beat Vandy, all right? Sit down and shut up. All right, next. Thank you guys for being in the chat. Appreciate it. Love you guys. C-Stat is fake Cowboys, says me. That's the Texas Tech guy. Yeah, that guy is. Look at. Hey, me.
I mean, if you want to look at our meats judging record, our
I'm sorry, what?
meat judging.
I got some.
We're gonna judge some meats out here, boys.
Yeah, so I don't know how you called College Station fake Cowboys when,
Yeah.
when we dominate all that.
That is true. They're agriculture guys. They're actual cowboys. Like, doing oil rig is not a cowboy. So,
Yeah.
I'm done reading Me's little comments. Go Dogs, Texas, please beat A&M. Yep, we got all the dog fans in here ready to go. Tech,
All those scenarios right now.
Yeah,
with
what
that
is the
season.
scenario? It's they need us to beat A&M.
they need
and
us to beat
Alabama
A&M
to lose.
and Alabama to lose. No, they're it. Alabama to win.
Alabama to win.
Alabama. Now they want Alabama to lose, but that basically they want us to win, and then if Alabama loses, then they're out of.
Are we talking about Georgia?
Yeah,
I think Georgia just need. So if we lose, I think Georgia's in.
yeah, but they don't want to play Alabama's the problem. That's their problem. Is they want to get in.
Play and redeem themselves.
Yeah, I know, but they got the same. Again, we talk about this circle. Texas can beat OU. OU beats
I guess
Alabama. Alabama
the
beats
scenario
Georgia.
I was thinking
Georgia
of
beats
is
Texas.
if they lost today, what's their path to still get in? They would need Alabama and
Ole Miss to lose.
Ole Miss to lose. That's
yeah,
right.
and we would play Georgia. So we win, or we need both Ole Miss and Alabama to lose.
Which I think that Ole Miss
is
one.
wrapping, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's out the window for Ole Miss. They were up 21-10 the last
Yeah,
I
here
see
it
it.
is.
30
A&M clinches with a win or an Alabama loss and an Ole Miss loss. Alabama clinches with a win over Auburn. Georgia clinches with an Alabama loss or a Texas A&M loss. And Ole Miss clinches with a win over Mississippi State
which just
and a Texas A&M loss and an Alabama loss.
That's a lot of dominoes.
A lot of dominance.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Ole
got 9
Miss-
minutes left, and Ole Miss is up 38-19.
So A&M and Bama
control their own
control
destiny.
their own destinies.
Utah-
Win, you're in.
getting flirted with 24-21 Kansas. That's a domino Texas.
That's
needs
the
to
second
fall.
week in a row.
Yeah, I was about to say, they did that last week
Yep.
with K-State.
Kansas State, yep. That's a domino that Texas would need to fall if by some absolute miracle. But you need Vandy to lose. We're really
All hell to break loose
Yeah, you
today
need
and
absolute
tomorrow.
all hell. So this is our championship.
What was the spread on the Utah-Kansas?
I think it was like 14.5, I believe, somewhere
yeah,
around
they're
there.
keeping it way close.
Yeah. Matthew
Minus
says
10.5.
Matthew says defense needs to show up and let offense find their damn groove, if any. I mean, I think you're talking to both teams at that point. Jordan looks 8 feet tall next to Seth, says Marky Mark. Marky Mark in the chat. I mean, that is
Get up on them
valid.
toes.
That is valid. Yeah, as close as he is to the camera. Yeah, that's great.
I'm always the shortest person
all
on the
about
podcast, and it
perspective.
annoys me.
Dark horse.
I'm
for-
also standing downhill from these guys. Well, not him.
Dark horse for A&M is Dalton Brooks, Shiner, Texas legend. Okay.
Dalton Brooks is an absolute stud. He was a two-way player in high school, played running back and safety in Shiner, Texas, played for his dad. He's a gamer.
What weight was he when he was born?
I have no clue.
Okay.
Let's I guess we'll get the last points of the game here.
Okay.
And then we'll do score predictions, all that. First touchdown score, everything there. So, last things for the game today. We're going to go with Seth first, and then we're going to go Jordan, and then we're going to go you, and then I'll go last.
And that was for what?
That's just for the final thoughts of the game, if you have anything.
All right.
Before we do score predictions, everything. Seth?
We're doing it right now?
Yeah, right.
All right.
We'll wait. We'll
I
pause.
thought you were saying like
You're
when we
good.
get
I'll read chat.
score predictions. I mean, I am going to stay biased and go 38-35 Texas.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Texas can get enough pressure to make a couple of turnovers, and that'll be the thing that's going to make this game go.
38-35?
Yep.
Okay.
So I've got to pick this from two different perspectives. One as just an objective person who watches college football, and the other for an A&M fan. So I'm going to go 38-27 A&M as my official prediction.
Objective or non-objective? Is that the objective or non-objective?
That's my objective.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then my Texas A&M fan prediction is 38-37 A&M.
Okay. Okay.
So I think when you look at the game, everything points to Texas A&M should win the game. But there's a part of me as an A&M fan that says it's rivalry week. It's in Austin. Texas has had our number for the last. We've only played once in the last 16 years, but Texas has had our number for a while. So there's that fear that's coming back that's saying, okay, maybe something weird could happen. Maybe you guys could come out and run the ball for 250 yards, even though you haven't been able to run it all year.
We've been hiding it all year for this moment.
There's enough athletes on the UT roster that's where this game is still really scary as an A&M fan. So I'm going to go 38-27 as my official on the books prediction.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see if Texas can actually rush the ball. I feel like I've preached that on every podcast, and I've just kind of given up.
That's getting old. At what point are we running the football?
I just want to run the football so bad, dude. But no, I think this is going to be a tight game. I think it's going to come into play with containing Reed. Obviously, he's going to extend plays with his legs. Super athletic guy. So containing him, and then the wide receivers for A&M, the plays that they made, yards after catch, is going to be crucial in this game. I mean, star-studded wide receiver core. Our corners, our safeties are going to have to be up for the challenge with these guys and make open field tackles consistently. That being said, I think obviously I'm going to be biased, but I think Texas finds a way to pull this out. I think it's a gritty game. I think it's 28-24 Texas.
Okay. So, being the objective person that I am, the non-bias, if you think that's happening, you're not listening to the right podcast because I'm going full bias here. All right? Number one stat, Texas has lost one game at home since November 2022. You boys know what team that was?
Georgia.
No, besides the Georgia one. Besides Georgia, losing to Georgia last year at home.
Besides.
In 2022, what was the team that beat Texas here?
2022 was Alabama.
That would be the beginning of the season.
Was it?
This is at the end of the season.
How many caveats do we have in the last
Wait,
loss?
can you ask
the last
question
loss.
again?
The last loss. We lost November 12th, 2022 was the last loss besides the Georgia loss that we've had, right? So we've had one loss since 2022 of November, right? And I was just curious if you guys knew who that was.
Wasn't it like Kansas?
There's really nothing that goes with this. I
I
didn't know
blacked
if you
those
guys-
out.
TCU.
You.
It was a TCU.
Okay.
That's how long it's been. We've had one team, that's Georgia, the guy that's got our number, that's been in here, okay? Texas plays Texas A&M today. Last time Texas played Texas A&M, it was a defensive battle. I do not think that is going to be the case today on both sides of the football. As we've seen, Texas, for whatever reason, it's just open slants all day long. There's gaps. We're playing zone all the time. We're playing scared football, not blitzing as much. I think that's going to happen a little bit. Marcel Reed's going to be able to get a little bit of time in there. I think Texas is going to have the same time. I think Sark is going to game plan enough to where he's going to get the screen plays. He's going to be able to get enough time to get the open looks downfield. I objectively think at the end of the day it's going to be 42 Texas. It's going to be 35 A&M. I think Texas runs away and A&M's going to make a comeback in the second half. I've been thinking about this for a while, and honestly, at the beginning of the week, if you would have asked me, I was saying that I think Texas A&M is going to win this football game. But looking over everything that I've seen, at the beginning of the season, A&M's defense didn't show up. They showed up a little bit, and then when it came to South Carolina, Marcel Reed folded, and they needed a big comeback, the biggest comeback in Texas A&M history in the second half to be able to do that. Texas rolls today, in my opinion. Put a leash on the dog, send it back home. Yeah, it's done. It's finished. Sorry, A&M fans.
I am excited to see. I mean, A&M is very proud of their home field advantage and their stadium atmosphere, which I haven't gone to experience, but it's world renowned. I am thinking that today is going to be. It's not going to be on their sides, and I do think there's going to be a home field advantage. DKR is going to be the loudest we've seen in a decade. And I do think that that's going to play a big factor in this game. And I'm excited to see what that can bring on the defense. So
it's always been my biggest complaint about Texas is they only show up for the big games when there are big games.
They're loud on big
and there's
games.
something to cheer for. They're very loud. Now, I will say, when we start wrapping this up, Texas fans, if you're listening and you're going to the game today, don't be an asshole. All right? There's fun back and forth, banter and everything. There's no reason to get in fights. There's no reason to do any of that. I tell you what, if I'm an A&M fan and they happen to win this game tonight, I am talking 20 years of trash talk tonight walking out of this stadium. So expect it, okay? It's been a while since they've been able to do that. If it does happen tonight, which I don't think it will, but if it does, let them have their time. It's all a football game. You're not going to die at the end of this. Somebody may, but yeah. I mean, one side or the other. One thing I can guarantee at the end of this football game is there will be a little brother chant, either direction. Either direction, there will be a little brother chant at the end of this football game. And for whatever side that is, that will be sweet, especially if you're wearing maroon, in my opinion. Like, that would be the sweetest chant of all time, to be able to have a 12-0 season, regular season, even saying that as thinking about it as an A&M fan, it's like that's what dreams are made of.
Yeah.
And so at the end of the day,
hell of a season.
We don't have anywhere really to go. The playoffs are pretty much out of the picture for us. If A&M moves on, good for them. They deserve it. They haven't had anything like that ever, in my opinion, to be able to go to the college. That's not being offensive. That is, I quite literally, like 05, I still remember the championship. Like, you guys don't have that memory. Like, at the end of the day, this is all football. It's all for fun. So, in my opinion, that's what we're here for. That's what it's all about, to enjoy time and be able to root for our football teams. And A&M Aggies could have their time today. Now, they're going to have a big gauntlet to get through after this. But, I mean, going to the SEC Championship, you play the Georgia Bulldogs. Whew, look out.
It's tough.
Can I address the A&M fans that might be here today? So, kind of like what you said. Nobody be stupid. Talk all your trash before the game. Say it with your chest now. Don't wait until we win to talk your trash. Talk your trash up front and then win with class. So if we win with class, shake their hand, say good game, but talk all your shit before the game.
Yep.
You need to be confident going into it. Don't be a front runner. Don't wait till we're up by 28 points at halftime until we won the game. Talk all your crap now.
Yeah.
Oh, I did that at Georgia.
Great.
And it did not work out for me. But you let it all out at the beginning. You go in with confidence, because when you win, it's sweeter than that. You guys got me.
If you're going to talk, too, make sure you're wearing memorabilia
Yeah.
at your university.
Exactly. Oh.
That grinded my gears last week.
Woo.
If you're going to talk your crap, if you're going horns down, just make sure you're wearing Aggie stuff.
So we'll talk about that for a second.
Don't be a little fair weather fan.
We're sitting
coming
in
here
the
hoping
stands.
Everybody has a good time.
Area we're at didn't have a whole lot of fans. We got a guy, Arkansas is getting slaughtered at this point. We got a guy, Arkansas scores a touchdown, doing horns down, wearing Las Vegas Golden Knights gear, hockey, okay? And at one point he gets up and turns around and says something. I was like, you might not want to just talk trash as you're getting your ass beat. Are you an Arkansas fan? He goes, no, I'm a Sooner fan. I said, huh. You didn't wear your OU stuff? He goes, no, Texas fans are pussies. I was like, brother man.
That adds up.
Brother man, if that was the case, you'd wear your OU gear here.
Yeah.
But you didn't. You wore a hockey hat. Are you from Las Vegas? No, I'm from the Austin area. Makes sense. Hey, Baker 2.0, get out of here. All right? Don't be that guy either.
That was the same crap in Georgia. All the people kept running up to us being like, hook 'em, hook 'em.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, why aren't you wearing any UT gear? Oh, no.
Those are the college kids out the night before trying to just have a great time talking to ladies that night. That's what that was. No, you can't sell out. You got to be wearing your gear, full, loud, and proud. There's no point in shortening it. I mean, look at all these Aggies out here. I mean, they haven't won anything in a while, and they're out here supporting real loud and proud.
They have showed up.
They are. I mean, this tailgate is 50-50 right now. I can tell you that right now. And we're talking about the crowd loudness. I think it's going to be loud for A&M a little bit, too. I saw a picture of them walking down the state capitol road with the band, and there's quite a crowd here. It's been a while since they've been here also. So
we were talking about it before we went live, and if I'm just judging based off of the climate on Twitter and all the Aggie communities that I'm in, I think we're going to attend this game just as well as we attended LSU. I think the chatter has been that there's going to be a really big turnout. I mean, even on the drive down on 35, I saw so many Texas A&M license plates and decals on vehicles. So I think we're really going to show up today.
Oh, no, absolutely. We saw a little bit of it at the A&M game last year, but, I mean, it was few and far between as far as what I'm seeing here right now. Like, there is a flood of both. But, we'll see. You guys got any final thoughts before we head out?
Let's get a first touchdown score.
Oh, yeah. First touchdown score of the game. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Jordan, who you got for your first touchdown score of the game?
I'm going to go
for your Aggies. For your Aggies only.
So I'm going to go KC Conception on a punt return. We get the we win the flip.
Okay.
We defer. We hold them to a 3 and out, and KC Conception punt return for a touchdown.
He's a monster, man.
That's got a huge multiplier on that bet. I'm going to go safety pick and keep riding Arch. Arch first touchdown.
Okay.
First touchdown. I'm going to go Wingo. I think Wingo gets the
80-yard screen pass.
It gets a screen pass on the
first play of the game.
First play of the game. Most likely
back.
a screen pass, but I'll go Wingo.
I think we're going to sniff that one out.
We were saying they may leak on this one, dude. They may leak.
It up for 5 weeks.
Fake block and just leak out.
Which is why I want to go wild with this, because I do think they're going to do that. Like Jamie French wild.
Oh.
But I'm going to go Emmett Mosley. I do think Emmett Mosley will be the first CD scorer of the game.
Hitting more targets.
But I do think they're going to show that
French
same look.
Wild.
And it's going to be a different play altogether. I do think that's going to happen. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think that's – I'm just wondering if that's like the start – like A&M's going to be ready for that, and they're going to try and jump it. Like, I do feel like that. It's 3 games in a row we've run that screenplay.
They're going to hop that for sure, dude. They have to.
If they did that and hopped it, I would be so pissed at Smart.
Oh, dude.
So pissed.
Dude, like, that could go either way here. So, all right. So, we're already, like, coming up with scenarios that are going to be disastrous in our minds. We're going to have to tune out here.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, watch Torian York. If Torian York is yapping before the offensive snap, Texas is in trouble.
Yeah.
If he's the guy to watch. If he sees something, he's going to be the guy that's screaming. If he's yapping, Texas fans should be nervous.
Okay.
Noted.
All right, let me read this chat real quick before we get out of here. I saw one. Where was that? There it is. This gentleman says, hook 'em, Astros fan 2020. Hook 'em horns, screw your Astros. Okay? Just want to be clear on that. All right? So, this goes
alienating our fan
This goes
base,
both ways.
man.
Don't care, dude. Look, go Rangers all day, through and through. Go Rangers. We're trading away our entire World Series team. We're going to have like two players from the World Series team at this point, but we're going in the right direction. Let's go Rangers. Longhorns, Texas lose. What? Lincoln's trying to do like full sentences with 3 words in there. Great job. That was a pretty TD. I don't know who scored. Who you rooting for in the college football playoff? I'm rooting for Texas and the best team, the best college football team in Texas, the UNT Mean Green. Okay, that's the one I'm rooting for there. Man's English ain't working out for him, says Marky Mark. That is correct. I will see you. Oh, God. Ace says, I will see you there. THEIR. I'm not an English major. I don't know English, but boys and girls, we're going to have to work on the chats, okay? We're going to have to work on it a little bit. Smash the heart button if you haven't done so. I appreciate you guys joining. This is the last regular season game, Texas versus Texas A&M. We appreciate you guys joining. Until after the game, we'll see you then. Hook 'em horns, baby.
Gig 'em.